Introducing the lineup for today's Ontario Indoor Cup Final, starting with the visiting team, the Bradford Eagles. Number 19, Alyssa Andrade. Number 10, Jacqueline Beauchamp. Number 0, Kayla Bombin. Number 23, Megan Chioviti. Number 7, Mackenzie DeAndre. Number 2, Olivia DeAndre. Number 3, Megan DiNatale. Number 21, Julia Geraci. Number 15, Brooke Grillo. Number 1, Natalie Grossi. Number 9, Mackenzie Mix. Number 5, Alyssa Nickel. Number 11, Kaylin Pitchler. Number 78, Nadia Plavio. And number 8, Caitlin Shipley. Coach, Greg Beauchamp. Assistant, John Nickel. Manager, Tracy Mix. And assistant, Giuseppe Geraci. And now the lineup for the home team, Waterloo United. Number 2, Samantha Sperling. Number 4, Kara Yantha. Number 5, Callista Reinhardt. Number 6, Kiera Grine. Number 7, Kiera Dunn. Number 8, Carly Randall. Number 9, Danielle Ortlieb. Number 11, Megan Schnitke. Number 12, Samantha Mello. Number 14, Sarai Trigueros. Number 17, Sarah Bidinasti. Number 18, Abby Howard. Number 21, Sonia Cazzola. Number 41, Olivia Dipple. Number 15, Justina Menzies. Number 3, Brianna Semfner. And number 22, Selma Sokolovich. Coach, Rob Grine. Assistant, Enda Dunn. And manager, Kim Yenta. And now introducing the match official who was appointed for today's Ontario Indoor Final, referee Charles Kwai Pun. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams.
Getting ready to kick things off here at the Ontario Soccer Association complex at the Ontario Soccer Centre up here in Vaughan, Ontario, as we get ready for the Under-18 Girls Championship game. Today's match will feature the Brantford Eagles. They'll be in black kits, while Waterloo United will be donning their yellows. It's your first match joining us today. It'll be two 25-minute halves. All throw-ins become kicks, and all kicks are indirect. To that end, we play those two 25-minute halves, and if that's not enough, we'll go to penalty kicks, and the clock will run time with no stoppages unless there are injuries. One of two under-18 championships, this one, between Waterloo, who has the ball to start, and will be going left to right, and Brantford going right to left in black, and first touch going all the way down, and Waterloo will be happy to grab that and get their keeper a touch to begin, and this one kicked all the way down. Should we get any yellow cards, they will come with a 2-minute man advantage for the team against whom the foul was committed, and that's automatic regardless of if any goals are scored. So very similar to hockey, to put it in layman's terms. And if a red card would happen, that player would be dismissed, as well as a 5-minute man advantage. And a foul there is the first one of the game. Just trying to get forward and knock the ball up to Mello. Was Menzies. She gets clipped in the box, and then we'll head all the way down, or clipped in midfield, and we'll head to the box as this ball lofted in. Intended for her, and a nice little deflection going in there. Didn't get as much on it as they wanted, but a good opportunity right off the bat for Waterloo United off the foot of Abby Howard. And they'll say that one went in, and then the referee will say the ball is completely out, and no complaint from Mackenzie Mix. So one of the taller players on the pitch. We'll see if they can use her height to an advantage, especially in around the goal when space becomes at a premium, and you can always go up and get a few headers in. That's going to help add an extra dimension to this game, but you can see these girls are very skilled in keeping the ball on the ground, trying to create space and see how much space they can actually create. But from one sideline all the way to the other sideline, and one thing you notice as you get older, or as these girls get older and the guys get older, that how much the keeper is very, very involved in the play and calling for back passes and calling for support. And we see that right off the bat so far with the Bradford Eagles. And that one will run into play, and possession going back to Waterloo United. Taken up on a nice strong run there by Kira Green. And Green with a lot more space than she thought, and then a shot across the far side, and a nice little ball played through, and a good opportunity there going forward by Waterloo. And the fact is, if you're going to be given space, you have to take it, and a great run by Kira right up the middle, stepping around and avoiding players, and the shot just going wide of the net off the far post. Bradford in possession again now. Di Natale with a crossover and tried to run deep, but no one saw the run that she made. Nickel was comfortable to take as inches at a time, and keeper coming back as well to help. That's Natalie Grossi, who's in between the pipes, for Bradford today. Other keeper, Kayla Bombin, on the bench to start this one. And Grossi trying to help her defense, but there they lose possession as back and forth between Nickel and Pitchler. Unable to have anything going forward to get the ball up to the final third. Be forfeited to Waterloo. And they take it quickly, and in is Kira Dunn. Near side for Yantha. Nice little 1-2s there, and a great play on defense to snuff that out by Nickel. They're not out of the woods yet, though. Di Natale Plays back Grossi, right up the middle. And Nickel looking long for Di Natale, who made a great run. Di Natale backwards, and then right in, and now finding a little bit of room is Bradford. Step over and heading to the corner looking for space, and Mackenzie Andrade. Ball knocked out of play, but will stay the way of Bradford. And a kick in a dangerous position here. If they can create some movement. We'll play back and pinched up, and this is what Bradford looking for. Nickel. Nice little crossover. And a nice shot on net and sticking in between. But a good play there to pass the ball around, the type of patience. Free kick going the way of Waterloo. Kira Dunn. No one in the area. Dunn tries her luck and frustrated herself for that one as it goes wide and into the netting, and this ball goes out of play and stuck behind with some storage equipment, and they say the new ball in from the side, and the old one not lost forever but lost momentarily. He played into the keeper, and we're back underway here with 19 minutes to go in the opening half. Still scoreless. Brantford Eagles in black. Waterloo in yellow. Brantford with the first good opportunity off the foot of Mackenzie DeAndrade. And looking for a 1-2 there was Plaviuk, but it goes out of play. A little forward to Waterloo. Nice touch from Trigueros, keeping possession, and now and forward, looking for the opportunity to get something there is Kira Green. Offside, Trigueros. And knee siding. Good job coming to the ball was Cazzola. And her pass was errant, but plenty of time in the back, and I think not knowing how much time she have was Sarai Trigueros, who perhaps rushed that a little bit more than she needed to. Near side now. Andrade. Short pass there and very dangerous. As right on top of it was Plaviuk. And a nice cutting in. Good job by Kira Green. She'll have a shot, and that one just goes up and over. A goal kick going out the other way. Will be belonging to Natalie Grossi, but good play moving forward by number 6 in yellow. She knows how to create space. Ball played in immediately. Garachi, wide left. Andrade. That almost handcuffed the player, and an opportunity the other way as Kira Dunn was almost off and free. Step over there, attempt. And calls wide, and Schnicke goes wide left, and unable to control it that time was Trigueros. So definitely making the safe play rather than anything that would be dangerous, and this ball was a tad more optimistic as looking for goal or the far corner. And instead it will be a quick switch up. Switches are on the flies, by the way. So no requirement to wait for anyone to switch, and anyone can switch usually at any stoppage. As we are 16 minutes to go here in the first half, still scoreless. Both teams still just kind of feeling each other out at this point, trying to look for a weakness or look for a little bit of a break, but so far none has come. And confident enough to take the space she's given is Grossi, who has the ball back at her feet right now. And then we'll try for a long ball and a pretty good run down the near side to pick out her teammate. And a nice play through the legs, but not getting further than that. And Julia Garaci, will wait for another opportunity to find some space. She encourages her teammate to do just that. And going in a very strong challenge by Cazzola, and probably looking for the return ball there was Cazzola, but Reinhardt would have liked to have done better. A little bit of a confusion there, but Reinhardt doing very well on the offensive end to make the most of her time on the pitch and causing all sorts of traffic and winning a turnover. Reinhardt now looking for the ball in a nice little turn there by Senfner, excuse me. Brianna Senfner, number 3 in your program. Mackenzie Mix, nice ball played square. Oh, what a great shot and a great save. And a good stop by the keeper on the other side. Sarah Bidinoski, number 17, in between the pipes for Waterloo. And she hasn't been tested much, but made a couple good stops and was able to get down and get low and make sure the ball is not ricocheting around there in the area. And that's the most important. And she'll be tested again. Bidinoski in the nice little turn. And it will be a throw for Bradford. Rattling around in the area, still a chance, and Mix's shot. Left-footed just up and to the left. With 13 and a half to go, almost at the halfway point of this first half. Still both of these teams looking to string a few passes together and find a way through the opposing defense, but a great defensive play by Mix as she's making a run up the far side, and she had a chance and plays a quick ball in. Good defensive effort back the other way. Cazzola. And now in the middle, Reinhardt giving chase again, and a good job by number 11, Pitchler. And not afraid to take a step back is Di Natale. And a good distribution there at the back by the keeper. Nickel, still with the ball at her feet, is Nickel. Trying to take on the defender, and some nice work, looking for some help. Mix will now take it to her left foot, and that's a good hit. And it's also a very good save by Bidinoski. Tracking this ball down and just losing it for a second, and Senfner giving chase, and that time didn't come up with it. Reinhardt still on. And a good job by Reinhardt to win the ball back. She's played very hard, and a little bit of push afterwards is what she felt to be a little bit of a late challenge, but no harm, no foul, literally. Bidinesti, that one a little too far for Cazzola. So changes now. As you can see, they have the bib system on the far side just to make sure that we can differentiate who's on and who's off. And being quite liberal with substitution is Rob Green. He wants to make sure he gets everyone a touch and gets everyone involved. Great job there by Mackenzie DeAndrade. Nice switch. Gets the ball back. DeAndrade with a nice turn into the area. DeAndrade, and a great save coming out. And Bidinoski doing well to come out and challenge DeAndrade, but a good turn. Sent the ball across the face of goal. Saw it come back and return. And a good opportunity there, but equal to the task. The keeper from Waterloo. Long ball. This one will run all the way down into the corner. It'd be a very deep kick in. Giving chases. Brooke Grillo plays it right to her keeper quickly and right back into it. And you can tell that the Eagles are looking for these short passes and being comfortable until someone gets complacent, and they might have now. DeAndrade to her left foot around the outside, and a good diving play by the keeper to kind of run her out of room a little bit. And it will be a corner kick one for the Eagles. Mackenzie DeAndrade with a very good last 2 minutes and delivers a beautiful ball into the middle to give her team a lead. And the hard work pays off as knocking this one in with about 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go is Alyssa Andrade. A great run to the box, and Andrade there to knock home the opening goal off a corner. Alyssa Andrade from a beautiful ball right here with about 15 minutes played. And looking for more is De Andrade. And looking for an equalizer now and trying to get forward is Waterloo. It seemed like Waterloo was very composed there, but you only have to beat one player. And if the ball's placed in such a perfect window like that one was, on a great ball from Mackenzie De Andrade and Alyssa Andrade, with a clinical finish to make this 1-1 game. And more comfortable now are the Eagles with a lead. And you can have faith in that patient style to be able to bide your time and wait for good things to happen if you've seen you've scored from it. That's the case for Bradford. They don't have to get antsy at this point with a 1-0 lead. And looking to add to it with 9 minutes to go here at the Ontario Indoor Cup Under-18 Girls Division. And a slim 1-0 lead so far that if you just tuned in, you just missed it. It was a beauty. Bang, bang off a corner kick. And they're coming for more. De Andrade in a ball that was just a little too far and quick off the line. The great play by Sarah Bidanosti. Bidanosti very aggressive so far, and really not much she could do off of that goal. But a couple of nice saves and a couple great plays to prevent goals earlier on. So Waterloo looking for something positive going forward. But the captain's goal stands as the opener. She waits for a return pass. And they'll go back to the keeper, Grossi. And there's something that Bradford does so well is they'll play it to one side and then have an opportunity to, and it looks like potentially they got ball, and they said they got ball, but two players going in at the same time, always difficult to tell. This one played back to the keeper, can't pick it up because it was her team that did it. A giveaway here now. Plaviak, nice turn. She goes in the middle, a little bit of a touch, comes to the near side. Andrade, Plaviak, looking for help on the far side now. Sees Grillo, but Grillo had stepped back towards her own line, and wholesale changes now with the exception of Plaviak who be moved up front. And it's always interesting when you watch indoor the way the coaches like to use their squads. Some have small squads, some have a couple lines. Is it better to switch one player? Is it better to switch wholesale changes so you're used to who you're playing with and you know how everyone plays? You find out which girls have the best chemistry between the two of them. In this case, it almost looks like a lot of wholesale changes for head coach Greg Beauchamp. And so far it's worked for them, but opportunity for Waterloo now. Looking for more pressure. And in the area on the ball, stopped over it. A nice little drag, but coming out in a good play and equal to the task was Natalie Grossi. They'll call a foul there, but no contact, so no harm. And it looks like they'll call a handball, I guess. Either way, possession given to Waterloo, going back the other way with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in this first half. About 31 minutes left to crown a under-18 girls champion. Both of these two teams, excellent tournaments to get here thus far. We expected a tight game. That's what we've got so far. And a nice play there. Plaviak with a great ball in. And a miscommunication on the back line as keeper and defender collided. And we'll stay with Bradford. Eagles would love nothing more than to add to their lead. Waterloo would love nothing more than to pull one back before the half. A lot of space now that wasn't there before for Bradford. Perhaps from wearing down this Waterloo side with a lot of quick passes and not settling for anything. That's Shipley back on defense now. She's got the ball at her feet. And she'll play it across square. Pitchler looking down the sideline, and I think unsure exactly how far that was going to run to the outside was Nadia Plaviuk. And Waterloo will take over with 5 minutes to go. Good hit into the area and well turned aside by Waterloo. Possession still stays in. You got to play the whistle. But good heads-up play by the Eagles. They'll hold on to it. Mix now. Mix creating some space to the left foot. Off the bar. Long strides of Mackenzie Mix. Nearly created the second goal there. Just off the bar and out the side, but those long strides and the ability to get away in quick feet, creating space almost every time she touches the ball. And this is a nice little push on. Reinhardt coming out, goes to ground, and a great play coming up by keeper Natalie Grossi. Well off her line, well positioned to deal with those long balls that were able to potentially evade a defender. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. A 1-0 lead for Bradford Eagles over Waterloo United. Waterloo looking the part of the favorite at this point, not only with the lead, but with the comfort of being able to hold possession. And just as I say that one, it skips off the boot of Megan DiNatale. And Waterloo will have another shot, and this one, in turn, off the boot of Callista Reinhardt. And that'll run out for a goal kick. So we've yet to see penalty shots today. We have 2 games under our belt. London coming back and scoring 3 in the final 4 minutes to win the under-13 girls championship, and then London unable to hold on in the boys championship, losing that one to the Woodbridge Strikers, who had a very strong closing performance and help from an own goal and good defense. And this one, Reinhardt got off her head, but not at the angle she'd want. So this is our 3rd championship of the day, and all of them have been close. It looks like this one will be as well. Reinhardt a little ambitious there. But her key is definitely that she will run and she will challenge you. And if there was perhaps a team that had a little bit too much space so far, Reinhardt trying to close down on that very quickly and make sure that these passes that have been methodical with time to move around are closed up in a hurry. Reinhardt giving chase again now. This side looking for Mix. She goes backwards in, bumps into it. A long ball down, and this will be tough to get to if you're Senfner. And she gets down there, but not before the keeper coming out to make a play, clearing it out. And clearing the danger, if only for a minute. And we have a minute and a half to play. Nice little movement there and a nice in and out. And that ball in and off a potential for advantage. The referee blows the whistle dead on the far side on a step on. And there will be no card associated with it, but getting stepped on and taking a knock there is Sonia Cazzola. And I'm not sure Waterloo wouldn't have rather had the advantage, but what's done is done now. Calling for someone to help her out is Brianna Senfner. And Mackenzie Mix in there to break it up as we go inside 1 minute of play. Waterloo with the ball. Down 1. 25 minutes still to play in the second half, but less than a minute in this half. And here's a chance for Waterloo. And that one is a powerful right boot by Abby Howard, but well over the net and no trouble whatsoever at this point for Natalie Grossi as she calmly will get the ball and see if he can put it back up for one final rush and one final push. Chance to double the lead. And knocked in and then bumped. Mackenzie Mix will run into the goaltender, who did well to hold on, Sarah Bidnosti. We're running out of time here in the second half, but let's keep in mind the Ontario Soccer Association recently was proud to announce Sport Engine as its official technology partner, now already helping to build websites and registration systems for clubs across Ontario, including League One Ontario. Will debut their new website soon. Sport Engine is already being used by more than 500,000 sports organizations and teams in North America. Check out sportengine.com. That's SPORTNGIN.com or OntarioSoccer.net to learn more about how they can help you with your club or team. And that takes us to the half, ladies and gentlemen. A 1-0 lead right now for Bradford. We'll have more second half action coming up after the break. Getting underway here for the second half of the under-18 girls Ontario Indoor Cup Championship. Second half, it is a 1-0 lead for Bradford Eagles. It's off a goal from captain Alyssa Andrade. And they will kick off to start the second half and get things going. A long ball as that one goes out of play, and it'll fall out, and this will go to possession of Waterloo there in yellow jerseys if you're just joining us. And black jerseys will be, of course, the leaders, Bradford. Turn now and looking for some space along the near sideline, and that's a great shot, powered, but the one-timer couldn't keep it down. Well, the Ontario Soccer Summit is less than a month away, the premier development opportunity for coaches, match officials, administrators, and students of the game. This year's summit has speakers coming from all over the world, and they will impart their expertise to anyone willing to join. And if you take your development seriously and you want to take in the Ontario Soccer Association Summit, that'll be happening from March 4th to March 6th at the University of Guelph. Visit OntarioSoccer.net. There's a collision there, and will be a foul going back the other way. OntarioSoccer.net for more of this year's speakers and to get your tickets. And when you're planning your trip, check out SportsCoreTravel.com. That's the official travel partner of the OSA Soccer Summit. And you can also get special hotel pricing if you stay at Guelph Staybridge Suites. Discover, develop, excel. The Ontario Soccer Summit, March 4th to 6th. Looking for space now and not afraid to move backward if it's a better quality. And she did take a nick on the boot and a stern whistle by the referee and looking in the direction of the woman who set up the goal, Mackenzie DeAndrade. And this time it will be a foul given, and standing over the ball will be Bidnosti. We'll see if she can get the ball down deep or if she'll opt for the short. And this one will go out of play and possession over to Grosty. So, see Bradford not changing much. Still looks to be rolling lines and still playing out of the back and comfortable to have the ball at their feet. And that's such a leg up when you have a one-goal lead, is to be able to salt away a game that way and wait, make them come to you and then stretch the field. And it's something that they've done so well so far in this game. And Waterloo has had few answers for. It's also the type of team that you figure one goal could be enough. And here's a hard shot that will ricochet out of play, and it will stay with Bradford. We are 22 minutes and change, just underway here in the second half, and a giveaway there. Some space to maneuver, but good defensive play by Sperling. She starts it out and back the other way, number 6, and that's a nice play by Green. Kira Green off to the side, and this one a very hard shot, but it was going up and over. Teed up Abby Howard, and a little bit of life there from Waterloo going forward, and don't be fooled, they can make something happen out of nowhere. As you can see that maybe their best luck is to counter against a team that's very good in possession, because there have been holes and opportunities. This ball going in and still in the possession of Bradford off to the top. Plaviak with a step over trying to hold on to it. Not cleared, this time cleared, and it'll come all the way out to about half. A little bit of a reprieve from as the good people keeping score and making sure everything runs smoothly downstairs might have taken an errant ball. Referee coming over to make sure everything is okay. Everything is okay, and Bradford will get back into play at this point. Bradford spread wide, very left, and now trying to play in, and a nice little one-touch backwards, but it wasn't where it was supposed to go. And it's turned for Reinhardt, who has an opportunity. Reinhardt just over the bar. And her right foot very nearly equalized, and we talked a few seconds ago about the possibility on the counter, and that's where Waterloo has looked most dangerous. Such a good passing team like Bradford, they are, as everyone is, prone to a few mistakes every now and then, and to capitalize on it, well, here's a chance for them. Has lots of space going forward for number 5, Alyssa Nickel. And I think she was maybe surprised with how much she had, but nonetheless, still to Bradford now. Looking for a return pass, dangerous across the face of goal, but it did the job, no problem. And now pushing out and looking for space this way, calling for it. Is Waterloo going to ground and going in for 2 feet. And she got all ball, but for having slides, she will be going into the penalty box. And perhaps it's a matter of not knowing exactly the ins and outs of the rule, but what in outdoor would be seen as a perfect textbook slide. Unless the referee felt the stud was up, but there is really to be no sliding. It's just been kind of at the referee's discretion. Regardless, what's done is done, and that's Brianna Senfer. And Senfer will serve 2 minutes, as is the standard, similar to the hockey protocol, that you'll be off for 2 minutes and there'll be a man advantage. Whereas yellow cards in such a short match, it would be very difficult to get 2. And this is a way to kind of present a fairer option. And let's be honest, teach the game better, but for now, Bradford is not thinking about that. They're thinking about being 1 up with a chance to go 2 up. There'll be a corner, and of course, a sense of urgency now you see from Bradford as they're starting to put a sense of urgency in and going to ground, and taking a little bit of a knock is Megan Schnitke as the clock continues to run, and Schnitke down on the ground. And a quick substitution will be made here. Still down by Waterloo. Get some fresh legs out there. Ball played in and played out just as quickly. Which, not the most technical, but let's be honest, the best way to handle one of these is get a hold of the ball and get rid of it as quickly as you possibly can into the farthest parts of the Ontario Soccer Centre. And we've seen a few penalties and yellow cards so far today, and that's how most teams have dealt with them. Happy to have the ball at her feet is Bitanosti. She screams to go long and instead will go short. And then on the far sideline, and doing well to keep it in with a very nice touch, is Abby Howard. Giving chase now is Reinhardt, and having to send it across is the team with the advantage. And then back on the field is Senfner. So she'll stay on the pitch after taking that yellow card, and coach tells her to stay on. A chance now, and a great save by Grossi. Just at 5-on-5, and what a wonderful reaction save, and a great shot stop, and another one, and this one going over, but a nice flurry after the penalty had expired, and good work from Waterloo. "17 minutes left." Nice little step over there to try to get out of danger, and being pushed and finally off the ball from Mix and Green were going back and forth. A little bit of a space now, and a shot! And it's off the side netting as screams and the fans jumped up as if it went in. Sometimes it can be very difficult to discern what happened, but that one off the far side, they said there was a touch. And back in, and Mix's shot. She made a run towards goal and tried to angle that in with the outside of her right boot. They'll go for a goal kick again. 16 minutes and change. 1-0 lead for Bradford. Waterloo looking for better things here in the later stages of the second half. This is the Under-18 Girls Ontario Indoor Cup Championship from the Ontario Soccer Centre in Vaughan. Thank you to those of us who are watching us. You can also check us out at OSA_Twitter and Facebook.com/the Ontario Soccer Association. Now, keep in mind, too, these games are archived, so if there's anything you missed or if there's anything you want to hold on to, just wait till the broadcast completes. But the best way to do it is to sign up on Facebook, and we can send you a notification anytime that happens. So this one's still in the balance. Good pressure here. DeAndrade down the sidelines, and she'll win a free kick for her side. It's taking on two different players, including Grain and including Reinhardt. Excuse me. Looking for some help to try and turn and touch, and Shipley was up there and almost losing the ball. It's good pressure by Trigueros, but solid defending nonetheless by Nickel. And Trigueros with a beautiful ball down the side, trying to get into play, and cutting in for herself was Reinhardt. Loses the ball. And a great challenge there by Trigueros. And a great pass by Trigueros. And a great return. Trigueros in with her left foot and can't get it past. And a great challenge, as she has done all day, by Natalie Grossi, who's been solid and ready to come off her line at a moment's notice. Will be a corner nonetheless, as they say Grossi got a touch going out. And a good chance for Waterloo to try and make something happen. This is how Bradford scored, you remember, into the area. And that takes a ricochet off a Waterloo knee and will go out. And Bradford retains possession with just over 14 minutes to play. Shipley giving chase. Her counterpart, number 8 on the other side, Carly Randall, and results in a kick, which is taken very quickly and in. And good movement up front by Bradford. Oh, and around the area, Shipley! Oh, and very nearly. Caitlin Shipley, that one takes a ricochet off. It will be a corner kick, and a good opportunity there to double the lead. This one takes another bounce, controlled by DeAndrade. She's trying to curl and go baseline, and is able to get up with it. Shipley had it slip off her boot, but gets good position. They say a foul against Waterloo. Oh, and it was played too quickly. So Shipley able to move it in and go again. The run towards the goal. Andrade making one. Shipley plays the softball in and look for Nickel, but we'll go at a play again. Grillo with the shot. That's blocked all the way down. Grossi well off her line, able to handle it. Grillo. Still Grillo, and a great ball in and looking to link up with Andrade. And now Andrade. She's got room for a shot. Oh, and just missed on the far side with a left foot from the top of the area. That nearly doubled the lead here with 12 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And that would have been very difficult if you're Waterloo to come 2 goals back the way this Bradford team has played, had that ball found the corner. But crisis averted at this point, and they still have life. Nickel dispossessed and going backwards, has her keeper to go to, which safely puts this one back. Grillo now into the area. DeAndrade bumped on the bottom, or by the bottom of the net rather. Danielle Ortlieb playing strong defense there for Waterloo. Across the face, a goal, and a nice ball played in. Bradford still looking for that second goal as Geraci nearly had it across the face. Ten minutes and 47 seconds to go. A little bit of movement up front. Playing wide, and this is a good opportunity and a very good run there as Waterloo will get a free kick just by their bench. as Reinhardt steps over it. A nice little drag there, and that was beautiful play by Garaci. Plaviuk. Nice ball across and a little too far. We'll have one more goal kick here, and then we'll hit the 10-minute mark. And keep in mind there is no extra time, so if we do have an equalizer or have a tie game, or if it does end and we still have something to solve, that will be solved by penalty shots. But for now, it looks as if Bradford has played good enough defense to be able to hold off. And a bump in the back there as a free kick will be one for Waterloo. As trying to take that off her chest was Menzies, and defender came through the back of her. So a free kick one. Just about halfway inside the half. A strong left foot. And a great save by the keeper. Natalie Grossi has looked the part today. Ball switched across, stolen by Waterloo, and a little bit of space now. Grain played back, safe move. She'll take it to her left foot. And Menzies, nice little back check, for lack of a better term, and good pressure. Trying to get it off, and a little bit of flick on. And Plaviuk, if she can get there, has got a great chance. Ball just runs out of play. And quick switches to keep everyone fresh on the far side by head coach Greg Beauchamp. Can sense that if he does keep these lines running, they might have the legs to stay with them no matter what happens. So it'll be a point where Waterloo has to commit more girls forward and see if they can pressure this. Still, though, about 8 minutes, so plenty of time. So we saw in a previous game 3 goals scored in under 2. So Green dispossessed. Menzies, their teammate. Buzzer from a different game. They'll keep playing here. It's all the way back to Sperling. Samantha Sperling. Been very good today on the back. And this one out of play off the foot of Cazzola. Wasting no time getting it in. Grillo looks up. Giraci. Menzies looking for the ball. Had a trouble, corralling it, and making the run forward was teammate Abby Howard, and Menzies couldn't see her. This is good possession now from Waterloo. Can they move forward and pick the lock? She has the sideline now, and that's a good run and a good play, and still stayed in, and the referee will say it was out, and an unfortunate slip because Mackenzie Mix is on the ball at this point. Good play to dispossess her in the middle by Green. Mix, though, back with the ball at her feet again, and this time comfortable to play backwards. Jacqueline Beauchamp. Nice little ball. She'll look for a return pass from Giraci. Instead, they got a turnover going back the other way. Abby Howard comfortable with the ball going forward. Howard tries to switch. Good defense stayed with her. Still Howard with the ball in the box. And a good play to clear it out. As it could have been dangerous for Bradford, they will keep possession as it took a knock off Abby Howard on its way out of play. Six minutes and 20 seconds left. Changes for Waterloo. Waterloo trailing by 1. It's the Under-18 Girls Ontario Indoor Cup Championship game. Battling all weekend for a chance at this prize, and both these teams working so hard, only one will come out on top, as is always the case. But we can tell you a pretty good showcase here from Under-18 soccer in the province of Ontario, as it always is at the Ontario Cup. Giraci creating room, and that's a great shot, and that's a great save is having trouble getting past the defender, and a little step over to create some room and a good left foot. She'll head to the bench now, and her team will retain possession, but Bradford not letting up, and Shipley now with a good ball in. DeAndrade, and good defending to just get her body in the way. On the back line, nice step over there as well, and great footwork from Bradford. DiNatale, very exciting player on the pitch and commands it very well at the back line, and a very assertive whistle now as we inch closer to the culmination of this game. Inside 5 minutes now, and if anything's going to happen for Waterloo, they have to start thinking about their strategy, how they're going to commit players forward, and who are those players going to be when it comes to the final substitution. And with all the time in the world is Natalie Grossi. She just lets that one go out of play and will burn as many seconds as possible to get this one back in. DiNatale. DeAndrade. Pitchler. Good passing here from Bradford. Still Nickel. DeAndrade return for Nickel, and that one is snuffed out on a good 1-2 and a good idea. And a time to turn for Shipley as she's got a lot more space than she thought. Nickel, also with some space, can go to her left if she wants it. She does. And this one is looked to be pushed back for Shipley as she was looking for the return unselfish pass rather than the shot, I think, and wins a corner. So coming up on about 4 minutes. And one goal now you have to think would almost seal it. Oh, and the pass looking for number 12 on the far side. Samantha Mello was just out of reach. It's good vision from Brianna Seffner. Long ball now, and no one up there, so looking for how quick she can send it up. Of course, a keeper who loves throwing the ball in Sarah Benasti. And we'll always look for that long distribution pass that's knocked to the ground and ball out of play, and maybe some final substitutes for the final 3 minutes here. Waterloo United. They're in yellow going right to left, and they're looking for an equalizer. So far the only goal, Alyssa Andrade. And a collision, and no worse for wear, maybe a little slow to get up is Mackenzie DeAndrade, a little gingerly as it collided legs as the ball went, but seems no worse for wear. Grain looking for space, and the option on the side was not there. She goes to the left, Reinhardt. And a nice touch to get herself clear. And then in off her line is Grossi, and doing just enough on the far side was excellent defending by Megan DiNatale. Two minutes to go now. Sense of urgency definitely kicking in for Waterloo United. What does Rob Grain have up his sleeve? What substitutions can he make, and how can he get this team in a position? Sometimes you only need one chance and a lucky bounce. We've seen both of them today. Is something in the cards for Waterloo? Well, here's a good shot and a great stop, and a game-saving stop at that by Bidnosti. And glad to take time and take as much of it as possible, and they're going to have to pressure this, because if not, Grossi will just wait, and she will wait, and she will wait, and she will pick it up as soon as the player gets close. And very smart, astute goalkeeping, and knowing exactly how much time's left and exactly what needs to be done. That's turned over, and a push by Mix, and this will be a free kick, as knocked down was Daniel Ortlieb. Good job fighting for the ball. Nice ball that was running down the side and would be difficult to get to, but playing the smart play back was DiNatale. Ortlieb now giving chase, called off by Bidnosti, who will have the opportunity to throw it further, and she has 52 seconds in order to salvage this cup. Ortlieb with a nice ball on the ground, but not exactly where she wanted it to go, and a challenge in sideways, and a little bit of disbelief from Senfner. It was already in the book. And screams of go to the corner here with 28 seconds and a 1-goal lead. And the referee has blown the whistle. So champions are Bradford Eagles. Perhaps they said there was a little bit of time, a discrepancy between the clock and what the clock was and the final time, but the referee had blew the whistle to say that that was time, and the clock was 30 seconds still remaining on it, but the fact still remains that the Brantford Eagles are champions of the under 18 girls, and do not take anything away from them. That was a wonderful performance and full value for their victory. And congratulations also to Waterloo on a wonderful season. Keep in mind, for more content, including photos, post-game interviews, match recaps, and highlights from the game you just watched, or any of the games we broadcast, if you want to share the full game with your friends, family, check out OntarioSoccer.net for all of our coverage. Follow us on Twitter at OSA_tweeter, or like us on Facebook to be the first to know when these recaps go up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to us on live stream and be notified by email whenever a live game is kicking off. We love to bring them to you, and we hope to bring many, many more to you. Like the one you just watched, we have 3 in the books, and we have 1 more. We'll be back in time for the Ontario Indoor Cup Boys Under 18 Championship. Our last broadcast of the day, and sure to be a beauty.